Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another episode here on African Confessions. The following story that you're going to be listening to, it comes from a translation of a message that one of our admin received, and the translation reads like this. Hello, how are you? I have my own story that I want to share with you. So, I had done Tinder hookups before. To be honest, they had never gone wrong, never, because I was always careful. I knew what type of guys to avoid, the red flags to pick up early in the conversations. Anyone who quickly wants something from you, it means it is a red flag, especially those men that will be like, the very first day, can we meet up and let us sleep with each other? Of course, it is a hookup, but there is a process. Take me out for a date. Let us meet with each other. I knew that it was risky, but the money that I was making, it was worth it. I was young at that time when this happened. I was only 19. Now I am 21 years old. I used to travel across Gauteng, staying in nice hotels, getting paid to be with men, some that were wealthy, some that were not so wealthy, guys that just wanted to be with a different woman other than their wives. That was when I found myself. I was in Zanin, in a place that I never thought that I would go to. I was going to spend a weekend with a man whom I'll call Sipo. So this guy, he was involved in some huge business dealings. He told me that for a few days he was going to offer me 5K, and to prove it to me, he offered me 1K, no strings attached, and this was going to be easy work. When the weekend ended, that was when this guy drove with me. The plan was that he wanted to come with me back to Joburg, for he had other business dealings, but that was when he was called by his ex-wife that the kid who was back in Guyana was not feeling so okay. He then told me that unfortunately he was unable to continue with the journey. That was when he dropped me at Mall of the North there in Polokwane, and I was supposed to wait for a bus back to Joburg. It was late afternoon because he could not book for me early in the morning. I was starving. That was when I went inside the mall and I found a mug and bean. It was busy, and then I ordered my cappuccino and a chicken mayo sandwich. I sat near the window and then I started just playing around with my phone like I was totally bored with everything that had happened. That was when I saw a new Tinder match that popped up on my phone. It was this other guy, and I quickly saw that he was using a fake name. I should have ignored it, but the reason as to why I kept on speaking with this guy, it was because he was a foreign guy, and I said maybe I can make a quick buck instead of using the money that this guy that I was with had given me. Maybe I can save it if I can sleep with this guy right now. So this guy, when we started talking, I liked him, and he was like, are you in Polokwane? And I said, yeah, I am here. And he was like, let's meet. Where are you? I told him that I was at the mall, and he said, not far from the mall. I can pick you up. I hesitated, like I was scared. The bus was supposed to come and pick me up, and here I was making other plans. A few minutes later, I was outside. I saw a beautiful Mercedes. It was black in color. It pulled up near one of the entrance, and then I went into the car. This guy, even though he was scruffy, but you could tell that with all of his scruffiness, the man is wealthy. And when we were in the car, he was like, wow, you are a beautiful girl. I really like you. So what are we going to do? That was when I told him that I wanted to return back to Joburg. As you can see, I have my bags ready. He took me to a lounge nearby. We ordered drinks and we spoke and we spoke. That was when he said, why the rush? Why hurry? Come on, we can spend the night and I'll pay you about 10K. Instead, how about we take a road trip to Joburg? Then each and every step of the way, we can just sleep until we arrive in Joburg. How about that? That was when I said it is okay. So we just drove for a couple of kilometers, and then we stopped at this other garage, and he said there is a hotel here. We then went to that hotel, a Protea hotel, where we ended up sleeping with each other. He was like, let's rest for today, you'll enjoy it tonight. He said it is not just about sex, but us enjoying this road trip. So when we went into the hotel, we poured a drink for me. I was like thirsty, but at that time I did not want to drink more alcohol anymore. He kept on saying, come on, let us do this so that we can enjoy, you and I, we can enjoy. And when it was like late at night, I think that this guy, he drugged me or something, because I had never been so drunk in my life. Even though I was so drunk, everything that was happening, I could see what was going on. It is just like I was processing everything so slowly. Even when I would say, no, don't do that, I would take a long time just saying, no, don't do that. I was so drowsy, feeling sleepy, but I could not fall asleep because of the way that I was so drunk. That was when I saw him. He went out and then he took a very long time. In that moment, I was like paralyzed. I could not do anything anymore. I screamed when I saw him walking back into the room, for he was holding a box, and this box, it seemed as if there was something that was moving in there, something that was evil and haunting, and I could not even react, for it felt as if there was someone that was choking me. And when I looked, I saw that there was a snake that slithered out of that box. Where it had gone to, I could not even tell. I screamed, and he was like, shh, it is not going to bite you. Not if you do what I tell you to do. I was like shaking. I wanted to tell him to stop whatever that he wanted to do, but I could not do it. And he kept on saying that, lie down, relax, lie down, relax. I like it that we have already done this, so this is going to be smooth. I refused, but this guy, that was when he took out his phone. Like now he was kneeling on the bed, showing me a video of a girl in his country who was naked, lying on the bed, just like what was going on with me. And he said, you see, I saw a snake. The snake was all over her body. And it was like, she did it. And she is rich. How about you? Do this. And then he pulled out a stack of cash, which he said it was 50K. Do this and your life will change forever. I was really trembling and I blacked out as that snake was moving between my legs. All that I could do was to scream and blacked out. When I woke up, the room was totally empty. The snake was gone, like totally gone. I felt sick. I felt so dizzy. I felt like dirty. I looked around for my money. Oh my God, that 10K that he had given to me, I wish I had hidden it somewhere else. He had taken it from me. This guy, he was so cruel, so much that he even took that money that the guy from Zanin had given to me, that 5K that I wanted to save. It was gone, left with nothing. You know how much I had in my bank account? Less than 300 rands. That was all that I had. I walked to the Shell garage hoping to find a taxi, and they told me that it was impossible for me to catch a taxi from there. I had to return back to town. A taxi driver let me into his taxi. I wanted to explain to him what had happened, but because there were other people that were in the taxi, I could not. I felt ashamed and humiliated. He dropped me off at the taxi rank. It was so embarrassing, explaining my situation that I did not have money to pay for the taxi to return back to Joburg. Anyway, they let me into the taxi. It was so embarrassing because the driver, as people were boarding onto the taxi, he would say, you are not going to pay. Just get off a little bit until we fill the taxi. Everyone literally knew that this girl here did not pay the full amount for the taxi fare from Polokwane back to Joburg. When I arrived, already I was on Tinder. I was like broke. There was no one that could come and bail me out. That was when this other guy that was from Uganda, who then picked me up and we went and we slept at a lodge. This guy, I don't know what he had drank. He had his way with me for hours. You know how much he used me for? It was less than 600 rands. That is how much he used me for throughout the day. He never even let me go. I was so exhausted by the time that he was finished with me. Dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our admin who helped us with this translation. Strange things indeed, they do happen in this world. Yo, can you just imagine?